Alright, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay. I gotta scroll up.
Honey, she's fine.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 33. Hashtag Ballz does Begasu. Recording live to you from Begasu, except it's not really live. Because if you had known what we just went through and how completely and utterly broken it was, it would have just made it even more tawdry balls. I'm Shank. This is Gaming the Industry, a game where we talk about games and go beyond talking about games. However, this specific episode, we literally have no talking points. I have an anecdote, which should be funny.
And that might be the most interesting thing on the show.
Basically, yep. That is my Asian translator, Joseph Desu, who I'm literally sharing earbuds with right now.
Because we're such great friends.
Yep.
He's such reminding me, this is really awkward right now. I need my wife to hold me.
So yeah, where I'm actually in Begasu right now.
Battasu Begasu.
Battasu Hausu.
Ikimasu ne.
Exactly. And our other friend is Mr. Burayenu. Burayenu, how's it going?
I finally lost a game of Bloodborne.
Bloodborne.
Yep.
That's not how you say any of that, but okay.
You told me that's how you say it like 3 episodes ago.
Just move on. Just move on.
I'm just saying, I'm calling you out. Brian, what are we talking about today?
You said it yourself. Nothing. But we do have a couple things we should run through here real quickly. Basudasu Begasu Rebu Furamu Rasu Rasuma. Oh, wait. Begasu Ramu? I don't know how to say that last word. Begasu Rumasu?
I was hoping you would, take, how do I reach these keys? And put that, Japanified.
No, you can't do that, dude.
Okay, well, what was it supposed to say?
This is supposed to say... Wait, what did I type? Oh, no, that's what... Okay. Basu dazu Begasu, uraibu furamu, urasu Begasuru. Oh? Bradford, see, I know Bradford so well that 2 episodes ago, remember when Brian, it was just me and you on the E3 episode?
Yeah.
And I said, Bradford's going to be listening to this with his head in his hands, pulling out his hair. That is what he is doing right now. So what this translates to in English...
It's not what it translates to.
This is what it translates to in English is Ballz does Begasu live from Las Vegas. Oh.
So the only things that are technically correct is Begasu.
I said Urasu. I said Urasu.
Yeah, but then you said Begasurimasu, which is not right.
No, that means live from.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Because I said Uraibu from Urasu Begasurimasu. That means to go live from Urasu Begasu. I mean, I wrote it here. How can you... You're closing your eyes and not even reading this.
Barusu dasu Begasu.
There's no... Where's the Battasu?
Raibu ni rasu Begasu. Raibu... How would you say that?
Yeah, see? So I'm right.
How would you say that?
No, see, no,
There's a word for live.
It's
so you would say... Rasu Begasu ni... Whatever the word from live is...
Raibu.
It's not Raibu.
Actually, no, wouldn't it be... Hold on, I'm going to actually amend the notes on the fly here. What it actually should say is... Let me get
He's actually editing this instead of just saying it.
There you go.
No, it's not Uraibu. It's not that.
No,
Uraibu.
sorry, no, I pressed the wrong one.
You actually wrote Reibu.
It's... There you go. You got the up accent on the U.
You also wrote Reibu, not Raibu.
Oh, crap! No, you're right. It's... Hold on. Let me...
Anyways, this is literally
There you go.
This is about as useful as the conversation Shank and I had in the car driving back from Fry's. So let's just move on. Because that's not how you say any of this.
Begasu.
Okay, Begasu is correct.
Rasu.
Rasu Begasu is correct.
Oh?
Oh, technically, I guess, is the Speed Racer way of ending every sentence. So,
Ballz does... How else would you say Ballz does Begasu?
I mean, you would probably say it differently than that.
Okay.
Barusu.
But every single time I've written
Barusu.
Tawdry Ballz in here, you've always said Basu.
Barusu. No, I have. You've never written Tawdry Ballz.
I've written Dude, are you kidding? Last episode I wrote Tawdry Ballz.
I wasn't on the last episode.
Yes, you were.
I was?
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention to the last episode.
I put Tawdry Ballz in the last episode, and you did not change it.
Oh well. It's one I missed.
Therefore, what I wrote here is correct.
What you wrote here is technically GTI canon. Doesn't necessarily mean it's correct.
It is correct, though. I edited it based on what you just told me,
So,
though.
Brian, what else are we talking about?
Well, we can go on, but I mean, before we do, we really need to talk about the elephant in the room. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard today, but Quantum Break has been delayed. Did you guys hear about that?
You know what? I have an anecdote that relates to this, which I called Brian yesterday to talk to him about.
Okay.
But because we have no talking points, that is going to be my talking point for later.
All right.
Excellent.
So what we're playing, we played a little bit of Ark Survival, whatever.
I have no idea what that game
And
is.
What is that?
I got
What
killed
is
by
that?
4 dinosaurs.
I've never heard of this game.
It's like
What
the
is
Long
this?
Dark, but with dinosaurs.
And on CryEngine.
Yeah. And it was locked at 30 frames per second for some reason.
Huh.
I saw Witcher on Bradford's Xbox. And
How was that?
It was garbage.
Like, there was supposed to be a flaming pile of corpses, but yet there were no flames, but we could hear the flame sound.
That's weird.
And I'm not kidding, it literally takes twice as long to load.
Oh god.
That's not an
Probably
exaggeration.
more so than that.
Yeah. Do you have
Wow.
an SSD in your PC?
No, I don't. My PC is just really fast.
Okay, because I don't either, but I know Brian has an SSD.
Yeah.
Is Witcher on your SSD?
Yeah.
And I've seen Witcher load on his PC, and it's faster than it is on mine, and I just have a mechanical hard drive. So it's probably like whatever it loads for you, Brian, is probably like 3 times slower on Xbox.
Oh god.
Probably more so than that.
That's
So-
terrible.
So yeah, we're not really. I don't think we've really played
What
too
else
many
did
games
we
since you got
play?
here. We played some
played
GTA
GTA,
today.
yeah.
Did a couple flips on my bike, which was really cool.
I played Halo when you were on your conference call.
Yeah,
I legitimately increased your kill-death ratio.
that's great because I suck.
I remapped all your controls.
You suck.
But I increased...
Why couldn't you just install your own like profile?
Wouldn't I have to like download my profile crap?
No, you just like sign in.
I don't know how to do that.
Nobody
You
knows
don't
how.
have-
It's
look,
Xbox.
I have literally used my Xbox so little that I don't know how to do stuff because
Alright.
they make it complicated.
All right, then I'll make it complicated, but let's move on.
We haven't played anything
Yeah, we haven't
else.
played much. We like went and bought like gummy bears, and I took Shank to Fry's.
I bought gummy bears at Fry's.
He bought gummy bears at Fry's. Yeah, I bought Play-Doh at Fry's, so it's okay.
You got that
So
at
you've
Fry's?
been there
Mm-hmm.
almost 24 hours, and you've been to Fry's, eaten gummy bears, and played Halo.
And got Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, we got Dunkin' Donuts and convinced the girl behind the counter that Shank flew out here specifically to go to that Dunkin' Donuts location.
He's not kidding. We walked into the Dunkin' Donuts after a very, very inappropriate conversation.
Yeah, let's leave the
but
conversation out. Of
That
the
was
show.
incredibly funny. Brian,
Please.
we'll have to tell you about this later.
Yeah, when Noelle's
Okay.
not around.
When is she around?
Great.
Yeah, she's around.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, Virginia and Noelle are sitting in the background. Say hi, guys.
I didn't know.
Yeah, they're sitting in the background.
So there was a very, very inappropriate but unbelievably hilarious conversation,
For
Brian.
you.
Dude, you were laughing too.
I was laughing at the sheer... Yeah, just move on.
So that happened, and then we walked into. I don't even know. It was a casino, and there was a
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts in this casino. And
Wow.
Bradford just
Begasu.
in Begasu. Bradford just like there was like no pause. He just walked up to the counter, and we were like starting to look, and there was like, and he just like straight up just told the chick behind the counter. My friend here, and he pointed to me. He's like, he flew out like 1,000 miles just to come to this Dunkin' Donuts. So I obviously had to play along, and I was like, yeah, I'm originally from Boston, but I'm now living in Austin. We don't have Dunkin' Donuts, and I heard that this was the best Dunkin' Donuts, and she gave me this look like she like actually bought it.
Wow.
So, as Virginia is providing commentary in the background, she might have just felt sorry for you.
She might, but she was cute.
She was a woman, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in my mind, that means she bought it.
And thankfully, she is not, like, she has to at least be 21 because she was working in the casino, so Shank could say she's cute without worrying about police.
So we bought donuts, and we left, and then I had another inappropriate conversation in which we both laughed once again. And then
Wait. Where were the donuts resting?
Where do you think they were resting? Actually, mine weren't.
No, Bradford's weren't, but the donuts weren't, but the beer was.
Yeah, but the beer is fairly safe.
It
'cause it's
doesn't
in-
matter. It doesn't matter what the food item is. If it's a consumable, that's all that matters. It's principle.
great, but I mean, I feel a lot better about it having like the cloth, the bag, the paper bag, and then the thick glass bottle protecting it.
It wasn't
than
thick
Brian's
plastic and
chicken
shatter.
nuggets.
Yeah, but okay, it doesn't matter because the potency, the materials involved doesn't matter. Like the potency overrides anything.
I'm not gonna be able to enjoy this beer now.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've rambled enough about Begasu. We'll talk a little bit more about our epic Game of Thrones picture in a few minutes. But what have you been doing today, Brian? I know you mentioned at the beginning of the show you lost the game of Bloodborne. I don't know how in depth you want to go with that, but
Yeah.
what have you been doing otherwise?
I got fired. I'll say it. Because I'm looking for a job, so yeah. Other than that, I have been wallowing in self-pity.
Which is what
I
we all
have
have been doing today.
been crying into my beer, and into my gummy bears, actually. I ate a giant
Wait.
brisket,
What kind of beer?
shock top.
Oh.
I ate a giant brisket.
My excitement level just literally went down.
It
like,
just dropped. I was not going to
palpable,
comment on
yeah.
that, but that's what happened.
But the brisket got me excited. What kind of brisket? Like, how was it cooked?
You guys totally cut out. All I heard was what kind of brisket. What else did you say?
What kind of brisket? Like, how was it cooked?
Oh, it was, well, I didn't cook it. It was at a barbecue place.
Was it the place we went to?
Yes, actually. It was.
Awesome.
Marble
I'll stop
cut
interrupting
brisket.
now.
I also had 3 margaritas and some quesadillas. And
crap,
I
dude.
played a little Witcher. And I did have one job interview that went well. So
Oh, good.
That's good.
you guys cut out again. I can't hear
Yeah,
you.
because Bradford.
I keep muting the mic out of habit.
Like it's literally like Bradford is just in wild abandon clicking the mute button. Like no rhyme or reason.
We both said that was good, that you had an interview and it went well. I hope you had the interview before you had the beer and the 3 margaritas.
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
Though it would have been more interesting and entertaining had it been
Probably.
reverse.
Probably.
It would have been more interesting, yes.
But not nearly as helpful.
probably not as smart. And, yeah.
Well, that's good. You had an interview today, so that's always a plus.
Well, I personally hope you've had a otherwise relaxing like day where you can just chill.
Pretty much, yeah. Haven't really done a whole lot. Played a little Witcher, so hey. You know.
You need those days, man, where like you do nothing except just like forget about everything going on and just chill.
Yeah. I imagine there'll be a few more of those in the coming days. But yeah. So now we're moving forward.
Good.
And
You know what? As sad as I'm sure, like as pissed as you were this morning, you sound a lot better than you have in weeks.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I'd have to agree.
And I think it's because even though it didn't end the way you wanted it to, it's done. You don't have to go back.
yeah, I mean, without getting into too much detail there, it was in the end, it's a good thing, and it will provide me the opportunity to really find what I want to do. So yeah.
Sure.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and what I really want to do is go crash at Shank's place and play Witcher.
Dude, you can always come over my place and crash and play Witcher.
I know, but you'll have to like feed me and stuff too, and pay my bills.
Nope.
And
I will never have to. Nope. I will just let you crash and play Witcher.
and just starve, just wither away with the controller in
Yep.
my hand.
That's pretty much how it has to be. So with this new like opportunity during the day, does this provide you plenty of opportunity to play Drive Club online? Is that working?
No.
So
Because I'm gonna okay.
okay, so this is the thing that happened today.
I think what is going on right. Oh, I forgot about that
Yeah,
anecdote.
yeah.
So first of all, because I was thinking about something else. Because I first of all, Brian, I'm wearing my Drive Club shirt.
Nice.
First thing
So
as you
Bradford's
should
not
during
working
Tawdry
today.
Ball's visits.
Exactly. So the first thing that happened was I walked out, and Bradford walked out of his room, and he's like, "So your shirt's not working," because I was wearing a Drive Club shirt. So that happened. But okay, so we said we went to Fry's, right?
Uh-huh.
They had okay, so they had actually 2 PlayStation booths set up. One was
Okay.
legitimately they had Arkham Knight booth set up, but it wasn't working. the second like booth was Drive Club.
Wow.
So no,
Why?
yeah, okay, no, but okay. I was actually playing Drive Club And Bradford was like walking in and out because he was like, I don't know, I think he was actually doing like errands.
I was finding paper because that was the whole reason why we went to Fry's.
Right. So I was playing Drive Club doing my job, and this dude I was playing it. This dude walked up right behind me, and like I knew there was somebody behind me. And he was just watching me, and he's like, "Man, this is like what game is this?" And I was like, "Oh, this is Drive Club." He thought it was GT, like Gran Turismo. I was like, "No, this is Drive Club." Do you play Drive Club, Noelle?
No.
She said no.
Hi.
Smart girl.
I play.
Okay.
Chariot.
Do you play in 4K?
Of course not. It's an Xbox.
Do you play it in 900p?
No, it's 1080p on Xbox.
Is it 60 frames per second?
Yeah.
You should play on PC. It's better.
I don't think it's out on PC.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. All right, Noel, stop shaking your butt. Let's go.
You need to indoctrinate Noelle.
Okay, so anyway, the guy walked up
right,
and thought
okay.
it was Gran Turismo.
Yeah, the dude thought it was GT, and he was like, "Is that Gran Turismo?" I was like, "No, this is Drive Club. It's PS4." And he's like, "Man, this is really nice graphics." At which point, I literally stopped playing, and I turned around to him, and I was like, "You should play Project Cars on PC." And he's like, "Is that a game? Like, can you like, like change your cars?" Because his question was like all about customization. And I was like, you can't in Drive Club, but you actually can in Project Cars. And if you play it on PC, it's like one of the best looking games you can get. And he just looked at me like as if I was talking like some crazy like biblical something or other, because he had no idea. So basically, I told Bradford this, and Bradford said something to the effect of like, you're basically just like, what do you say? Like you're like,
It's like you're talking to Project Cars.
Yeah.
While wearing a Drive Club shirt. It's like you're playing the game that he's commenting on, and then he's saying how great it is, but then like
there's another game
that's better, and you're wearing the game for you're wearing the shirt for the broken game.
You should have told them that you worked for Drive Club, but it came out broken, and so they fired you. And so now you're telling everybody to go to Project Cars.
I'm peddling a competitor's game.
There you
Right.
go.
Wearing my shirt. So that was a thing that happened. So basically, I'm pushing the PC Master Race agenda wherever I can, even in
Preaching the
Begasu,
gospel.
to some random dude. So that happened. Then there was the anecdote of Quantum Break, which I called up Brian after this happened. So listeners, if you don't know what happened, I obviously flew to Begasu last night, which in and of its, God, we could even go into the fetch quest. Okay, let me tell the Quantum Break story first. The Quantum Break story, as we know, Quantum Break is delayed, much to our disappointment.
Oh.
But I was in Dallas waiting for a layover, and there was this random chick that I started talking to. She was kind of cute, and we were both headed to the same terminal. So I texted Bradford and Brian that I was like, I just met this random chick, and I already know like X, Y, and Z about her. And Bradford and Brian both texted me back pretty much at the same time, telling me to tell her Quantum Break was delayed. I thought this was a phenomenal idea, so of course I had to work it into the conversation. And so I was trying to figure out how am I going to do this, because we were basically on the monorail to get to the terminal, and you don't have that much time on these things. So basically I said, hey, were any of your flights delayed? And she was like, no, fingers crossed, none of them were delayed. And I was like, yeah, Quantum Break was delayed. I just found that out this morning. And so that's basically, I just said that and just continued talking over, so she could not react or like take in anything of what I said. But yes, I told some random woman that Quantum Break was delayed. So now, basically the internet and her knows that Quantum Break is delayed. So basically what I've done is push the cause forward.
It's very good. I like it.
Thank you. I think everybody needs to know that this groundbreaking game has been delayed.
This game that mixes both TV and
Groundbreaking.
See?
Groundbreaking game.
He just spoke Japanese.
He did not, but
I was pretty sure it was perfect too,
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm pretty sure you got to stop listening to Shank.
it's hard to do. He doesn't shut up.
That's very true.
Groundbreaking. Also, it needs to be said that Brian has been so confused over what Battasu Hausu is.
I still don't know.
You should explain this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he tweeted out the video. How are you still confused about it?
I didn't watch the damn video.
So watch the
I
damn video.
time-stamped it to the exact time they say Battasu Hausu.
So it's a game on the 360.
Was it ever on Steam?
No, it's only on the 360. And it's a tower defense South Park game. And
Continue recording.
each level is essentially started by this Japanese video game announcer voice, and he says like, you know, that's
Actually, let's just look it
yeah.
up.
Let's see if I can find it. So he goes into like Ireberu 1. That's where this basically comes from. That's where all of this comes from.
Okay.
Just look up. Okay, no, just he's in here. Bradford just clicked on his YouTube history.
Oh yeah, I watched it like 4 times the other day.
There it is.
What was there?
Okay, so I don't know if
It's level 4.
yeah, I don't know if like you're gonna be able to hear this, Brian. You will be able to when you like listen to the show afterwards.
Okay, I'll react as if I'm hearing it now.
This is essentially, listeners, what it is.
Look out, there's more horrible abominations heading this way!
Level 4 complete!
Oh,
wrong
God
one.
damn it. There it is. Nope. This is live radio, by the way.
Yep.
Level 3 complete! Kenny unlocked!
Where is it?
It's coming up.
Whew, that was close! You guys, I think I figured it out. This must be the work of some kind of supervillain. Of course, Professor Chaos!
Yeah, I
Let's get
just
to
saw
Butter's
Butters.
house!
Level 4 Battasu Hausu!
So essentially, he announces level 4, and it's Ireberu 4 Battasu Hausu. And so that is literally all Shank has been saying since then. Every place he's in is Butter's house.
No, it's not Butter's house.
It's Battasu Hausu. So we're driving back to my place from the airport last night, and I'm talking about like, I don't even know how this like came up, like Latin. I don't remember how it came up. But then he asked me to translate Battasu Hausu from Japanese to Latin. And I legitimately, like, I was so tired at this point. It's like midnight because this flight got delayed 4 times, it seemed. Because, you know, this entire trip has basically been Ballz does Begasu. And I'm, like, sitting there, like, trying to figure out how I would decline and show possession in both Butters and House. And I think it came up with, like Battasi Domini or something like that. It's just, like, it was some stupid actual legitimate thing. But I can't believe you didn't watch this video, Brian.
Most of these things you guys send are during the workday, and I
Okay,
just...
what we're going to do is, click the share button.
Share button.
Go to start at,
Start to add.
and then and put the timestamp down there. You can actually type in the timestamp down there.
Butter's house!
Alright, pause. Okay, there you go. Now copy the link and send it to Brian via Skype.
Copy link.
Copy link.
Completo.
Alright, we're...
Paste link. Completo.
Send the link.
Completo. Alright, so it's sent. So, like, watch this real quick.
I'm watching it.
Alright.
At this point, we have effectively abandoned the
Yeah.
interest of our listeners.
Yeah, we don't care.
There's just going to be silence as
I'm not getting any sound on the video. So something's wrong with my computer.
Yeah. This has literally been the entire evening. Like, there's something wrong with everything.
So I'll just pretend that it was really funny. And I'll watch it later on my other PC.
It said Battasu Hausu.
Wait.
Oh, my earpiece fell off.
Yeah, did you get it to work? Brian?
Is Brian dead?
Brian might be dead.
No, I'm here. Sorry. Just trying to get it to work.
This is amazing radio.
Okay, so I have... Nope, not gonna work.
Alright, so essentially you just heard a Japanese guy go, Battasu Hausu.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's essentially what it came from.
I was trying to figure out, like, is he trying to say bachelor house
No,
or
he's
something?
saying Butters' house,
No,
because
it's-
the character's name was Butters.
I get it now, but
Yeah,
yeah.
like
all
every-
week I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, everything in this game is basically turned into the Japanese announcer voice.
But there was one tweet yesterday, and let me see if I can find it, where I think I tweeted this, and Brian responded with just sheer out-and-out confusion. Like, absolutely, like, I could literally picture Brian sitting there having no idea what I was talking about. And, where is it? Where is it?
Rubber Shack. Da, 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 da.
Where is it? Okay, it's here. It is. Ready? Here's the tweet. I said, landed in Battasu Hausu. Hour layover, then off to Battasu Hausu. So basically, there was 2 mentions of Battasu Hausu, and Brian responded with, I still have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was
watching on YouTube. I am installing Rice on a
So-
ROM during this.
no idea.
Why are you... I don't understand. Okay, so that happened. Should I even talk about the epic fetch quest that happened yesterday? I think it really set the tone for
Yeah,
absolutely
it totally
everything.
set the tone for everything.
Oh my god. So, how do I even start this? Okay. Basically, I was due to fly out of Austin. Basically, I was due to fly out of Austin for a layover in Phoenix, right? My flight was supposed to depart Austin at 6:30, and my flight was supposed to land in Phoenix, and I was supposed to take off there at like 8 or whatever and get to Vegas that way. What happened was my flight from Austin got delayed an hour, which meant that I would literally have minutes to change terminals and get on my connecting flight. This was not going to happen. So I called Bradford. I was like, yo, dude, so this is not cool. And at this point, I had basically gotten to the gate, basically warned Bradford that my flight got delayed. And there was no agent at the gate for me to go and see if I could reschedule it. So that was a thing that actually happened. There was not a single agent working at the gate. So go U.S. Airways. So I wandered up and down the airport, the length of the airport twice, trying to see if there was like any way I could like talk to any competent person. Finally found one American Airlines person, because American and United or U.S. Airways merge or whatever. And they said, sure, we can try to get you on this flight to Dallas, and from Dallas you can get a flight to Vegas. But in order to do that, what you need to do is actually get out, go talk to the actual kiosk of U.S. Airways, and then come back through security. So basically, do the entire thing all over again. So at this point, I called Bradford, and I was like, Bradford, what just happened was, this is not even the game crashing.
Yeah,
like,
no, you're searching through the forums to try to find optimal settings before you start the game.
So at this point, I was just digging through forums in desperation. So I went to the U.S. Airways kiosk. The person said, yes, okay, we can transfer you to the flight. So I was like, cool, success. Called up Bradford, and I said, okay, looks like the forums may have been helpful. They gave me a slip of paper, and I walked up back through security again and got up to the line, handed them my ID, and they're like, yep, we can't take this because it's not a boarding pass.
Wow.
So I went back, called Bradford, and I was like, yep, that didn't work because they need an actual boarding pass, and they didn't hand the U.S. Airways people didn't hand me a boarding pass. Had to walk out of security, walk back to the American Airlines kiosk where they got me the boarding passes, then walked back into security, and then finally got through the checkout, got to the American Airlines gate, and then was able to fly. But during all of this, I made an interesting observation, which I think stunned both Bradford and myself.
Yes.
I realized that in real life, high-stress situations, I thrive, but in games, I completely panic.
You just shut down. Like, all motor skills are basically non-existent. Like, I think your friend Mitch summed it up best. You're basically a panda with a stick, and there are no killer side in any situation whatsoever. I think that applies everywhere. Like, in Dying Light, you jumped in a building and then threw Molotov cocktail on me.
But to be fair, I thought there was no friendly fire.
Okay, in basically every MOBA video that we've ever published, it shows me in the middle of the fray actually doing things, and it shows you either standing by watching or running away or heading headlong in there and then blaming me for you dying.
I didn't blame you for dying. I just said I got to the gate first, therefore I did something.
No, go back and listen to the tape. You blame me for not healing you because you were dying
You were playing a healer.
Yeah, and you were going out of my healing range, and I'm not dumb. I'm not going to run up to the gate.
No, but as a healer, you're supposed to keep up with me and heal your dudes. Well, we were just talking about, like, roles in MMOs.
You know what? That's not MMO. It's a MOBA.
But you're still a healer.
Stay in my healing range. It's the same in MMO. Stay in my healing range.
No, you're supposed to follow me. I'm the dude attacking. You're supposed to cater to the
close
attacker.
To the hero.
I was the hero.
No, I'm the hero because I keep you alive.
No, but without me, you have no job. So
No,
therefore,
I had other people I could heal. There were more people on
they
my
were
team.
AI. They're not as important as me.
They were more important. They were actually doing their jobs.
I did
and
my
hogging-
job.
No,
Dude, I ran to the gate. I took out one of the turret bases in our second game.
actually didn't.
I had an iguana, which was pretty cute.
It's a battle mount, but
It wasn't. I was riding an iguana,
you were riding a lizard. It wasn't blending with the environment.
and we won the second match.
That's a chameleon I'm thinking of.
We won the first match because of
Yeah.
my
We
frankly
lost both
stoic
matches.
heroism.
Both matches were.
And I
were just
saved your life
duds.
multiple times in that first
Didn't
match.
happen either
That
time.
actually did happen.
Didn't happen once.
It did, and then we won that match.
We won neither match.
We played the second match, which you recorded, and we won that second one
We didn't win that one either.
due to my out-and-out bravery.
I think you're just completely delusional.
No, I think what it is your ego is so out of whack that you will construct situations and do mental gymnastics to convince yourself that what you experienced was the right
you're
thing.
describing you right now. Like if words.
That is
could-
the most
if words could
narcissistic thing
paint-
you've ever said.
If words could paint images, it'd be like the Mona Lisa of Shank.
As there should be one. I just think...
So basically,
listeners, don't play with Bradford. He is not a team player.
I don't care either way. So I was telling
Well,
him over, like we were eating a sandwich earlier, and I was telling him basically, it's like I've just resigned to the fact that whenever I play these games with you, I'm just never going to win.
Here's the other thing. If you actually go back and today, you showed me during the day how to make a French press.
Yeah.
And I helped you to do that
You
later in the
did,
day, and you showed no
absolutely.
appreciation for that.
It's because you did nothing. I asked you to wash my French press. All you did was like throw some water in it.
Did I not open the tap and hold whatever the thing was under the water?
Yeah, and
I washed it then.
And then when I went and looked back at it, it still had all the crap. From
You
the
didn't
previous
tell me to
cup of
clean
coffee.
it, you said
No,
wash
I
it.
said wash it.
That
It's the same
explains so much about when I ate at your place, Shank.
thing. And then when I asked you to pour the water in the pot,
I did that.
no, you sat there and poked the jug and said it's not doing anything.
Well, it wasn't my job. What I
And
gave
so from
you...
that point on, I just said basically the only thing you did according to my instructions was rinse the wire mesh.
Yep.
And that was it. That's all you did. I did everything else.
I gave you support. My constant support of you enabled you to perform to your best.
I mean, I'm doing that whether I have your support or
Therefore,
not.
despite your constant ignorance, I will forgive your oversight.
All right.
You are welcome.
Let's find you a hotel tonight.
I'm just saying. I don't think... I am surrounded by people, really only Bradford, that don't appreciate my full talent and abilities to enable them. What I am really is the glue.
You're like really bad, really hot, expired hide glue that when you put it together, you then question why it's falling apart around you.
Right, and what I am is the cement you replace the crap glue with.
No.
I am the epoxy. I am the epoxy to your runny glue.
But are we like 5-minute epoxy or actual epoxy?
It doesn't matter,
It
Bradford.
matters
You're not
because 5-minute
understanding
epoxy
this.
doesn't work as well as 30-minute epoxy.
No, it doesn't matter. The point is that I hold things together. For how long, it doesn't matter.
We just got done explaining how you do nothing but panic in video games.
But this isn't video. This is real life. You asked me to help. I helped. I kept my cool. I did what you asked. I went above and
I
beyond.
will admit, you didn't panic. You didn't like start throwing crap.
No.
And like I didn't die.
I offered Noelle half of my donut,
You did do that.
and then I went and I boiled the water.
You didn't do that.
I scrubbed the floors.
You didn't do that.
I made your couch, and I vacuumed the carpet.
I think Virginia made the couch, and you didn't vacuum the carpet.
You keep...
I'm not even sure I have a
you
vacuum.
You keep fabricating these situations.
I think you're fabricating me having a
I'm
vacuum.
sure I have a vacuum.
It's just... I'm pretty sure if you go look in your closet, you will find a vacuum.
That might be true. I don't think I've ever seen it out though.
That doesn't mean I did not vacuum this.
I mean, I'm about 100% sure you didn't vacuum the carpet.
About 100% is not the same as 100%.
I mean, that's literally the same thing.
No, it's not. About introduces some uncertainty, and that is a subconscious interpretation of you are unsure of what happened. Therefore, how can anyone take what
I think
you said
Shank has
seriously?
talked enough, Brian. Do you have any talking points today?
No, but I wanted to recap. I think there are a lot of great points there. I think the key points that I pulled out of that is that Shank basically looks like an expressionless woman in a painting,
Yes.
but the Mona Lisa,
Yeah.
and the other
Thank you,
one.
Brian. But see, that's the thing is the Mona Lisa is priceless. Therefore, I am priceless. And what this means, let's cut down to the core. What this means is that people should be happy and, in fact, feel privileged to bask in the shadow of my
I don't
magnificence.
think his head's going to fit through the door when he leaves.
we can widen the door and knock it down.
I'll just throw you over the balcony.
Okay,
like I did my
continue with
couch.
your observations, Brian.
And my other favorite line out of that was, I don't think we even have a vacuum. To rebut Shank's claim that he vacuumed.
I'm pretty
So,
sure now my wife is going to hear me say that, and I will see a vacuum at some point this weekend.
Yeah. So
And I'll be the one handling it.
good stuff. I like that.
So,
And Quantum Break was delayed.
and Quantum Break was delayed.
Do you want to let people know what our plans are for Begasu?
Do we even have plans
I don't
for Vegas?
know.
So you have plans?
I don't know. All I know is that Virginia has been attempting to talk to me about plans, and I've tried to tell her that I don't make plans.
I know at some point the three of us are going to go to the Strip, so we can take like the Bellagio picture and stuff like that.
You should tell them about the Game of Thrones
I'm going
picture.
to in a second.
Okay.
I know she mentioned going
Are you
down
talking about
to...
the Ocean's 11 picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We mentioned going to First Friday tomorrow night at downtown Vegas, because they have tons of
Vegas,
food
you?
trucks and stuff as well.
What about Gilead?
Yeah, at some point we're going to go to like smaller Gilead because I'm not driving across town to go to a mountain.
No, we need dirt bikes.
We don't need dirt bikes. Every mountain
We
essentially...
passed an airport today, and I suggested that we jump a ramp, get in the choppers, and take it to Gilead. Bradford, for some stupid reason, profusely refused.
Mainly because there's no ramp to get in there.
But we can make one.
No, we can't.
We can call Merriweather.
This is Begasu.
Exactly.
This is not Los Santos.
It's Las
Las
Venturas.
Venturas.
Yeah, so therefore it's still San Andreas.
It's an old San Andreas.
It's
Pre-HD San
what
Andreas.
happens in Begasu will work regardless.
We hate that
not how it
slogan.
goes.
We hate that slogan, by the way. That's
Not how it goes.
that slogan is why people pee in our fountains.
What Bradford is trying to say is that we are basically half a wolf pack right now, and I am simultaneously portraying the subtlety of Zach Galifianakis and the bravery and brawn of Bradley Cooper. You are Ken Jeong's character, getting in the way, doing absolutely nothing.
I'm not jumping out of vans naked, so we're still
Not
doing
yet.
it.
That is your job, and you are failing at that.
I will keep failing at that then. So,
Wait, how long are you there, Shank? Are you coming home Sunday?
Yep.
yeah.
So there's lots of time for more adventures like
Yeah,
these.
so eventually we're going to go like up to one of the hills because Shank wanted to see like the skyline, so I figured it's best to go at night, where you can actually see the skyline the way it should be seen. We're going to go to the Strip. We're going to go do some other things. We're going to do like typical Begasu things. We might hit insert coins so Shank can like just
What is
block
that?
out the peasantry. It's a video game bar.
All right. What you said, peasantry.
Yeah, because there's no PCs. It's like old
Then
80s
why
retro
go there?
arcades because like really cool beer.
We should go on. What we should do is go on.
go to GameWorks.
No. We should go to insert coins, but be like on like a missionary trip, and try to convert those people.
I mean, it's literally like a nightclub, so like it's not gonna happen. We can go to GameWorks, though. They have an entire like PC room.
No, we need to convert peasants to the
Most
Lord,
people there
to
aren't
the light
actually-
of Gaben.
Most people there aren't there to play the video games. They're there
We
to
met
like,
a dude at
dance.
Fry's who was like shocked that PC exists as like a video game thing.
So, Game of Thrones picture. For those of you watching the...
First of all, before we start this, I want to say that when I proposed this, Bradford profusely expressed doubt,
I did. I was very doubtful.
and it worked.
It did work.
Once again, showcasing my brilliance.
So, for those watching the stream or the YouTube version of this, what you are seeing is the hard work of about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So we went to one of the biggest wine stores here in town, Total Wine and More, and the first words out of Shank's mouth were, "Oh, these aisles are wide enough. I don't know what you're talking about, Bradford." Because my excuse was I don't think the aisles are wide enough for us to both lay down. So we go to the back of the store. We find like the ideal place. And as we're setting this up, there's this old dude buying beer. And like we're setting this up, and he's like not even expressing any interest.
Like, yeah, I put my phone down and positioned the beer bottle, and he has no reaction.
Yeah, no reaction whatsoever. We both lay down on the floor, and he like doesn't even take another glance at us. So we kind of decided that people falling down face first around a ton of liquor is a commonplace thing in Vegas.
It's just another Thursday.
Yeah, essentially. I was like, I bet you that happened multiple times last night in multiple different places. He's like, yeah, but how many times has it happened where the two people falling down were completely sober?
And taking pictures of themselves.
Yeah. So this is actually fairly cool. He took the picture from his watch. He essentially set up the camera and then took the picture from his watch. And it actually turned out really well.
Yeah.
So
It looks ready-made for a meme, because like you have the bottle in focus and we're like got the depth of field effect.
I also
going on.
noticed how much I'm balding in this picture. So maybe it's just time
Just
to
shave it off.
let it go. So yeah, that's the
we got the picture.
we got the picture. We got the picture in the store, and that will be beer that we enjoy tonight. In fact, I was so happy because I was looking at the price. This was supposed to be like $12. Ended up being $7.50 each, so we got 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
so
the entire ride home,
it
they
was
were on my
precariously
balls.
perched on his balls. Yes.
And this is
That's
just
disgusting.
day one, folks.
Yeah. This is just day 1.
What we just spoke about was like day 0 and day 1.
Yeah.
So it's like
Ballz does
E3.
Begasu. Exactly. So
This was the Bethesda press conference.
that's exactly what this was, the Bethesda press conference.
Yeah. That's not a.
So tomorrow we have to walk around Begasu preaching about pre-orders and DLC.
I found out like the GameStop around the corner from my house just like moved overnight. Like it was there 2 or 3 days ago, and I went to the store last night to grab nutmeg for the apple pies my wife made and then threw out because she used too much nutmeg, I guess. The GameStop is just no longer there. It's like gone completely.
We passed a crack den.
Yes, we passed a crack den twice.
But what was I think my argument was that like we should, oh yeah, because I know the streets.
You know the streets, but they're not serving meth, so meth is so much more baller.
I am the Jesse Pinkman to your Walter White.
I mean, I don't do chemistry, so I'm just like some random
How hard
dude.
can it be?
People get blown up doing this.
They
kind of
did
thing.
it on AMC.
Yeah, but like you
true.
don't think they're really making meth.
TV would never lie
You
to
can't
us.
you can't fake that stuff.
Thank you, Brian. See, once again, your narrow-mindedness, Bradford. It's holding us down.
So I love at E3 you saw the picture of me taking the Game of Thrones pic with Xavier Woods from the WWE. We're sitting at IHOP, which is the thing that he and I did this morning. You know, Shank and I went to IHOP.
I legitimately forgot we went to IHOP.
Yeah, we went to IHOP like first thing this morning because we both woke up and went to IHOP.
Wait,
but
so when did the donuts come into play? I'm confused.
this is on the way back from Fry's.
This is after me messing up his Halo control mapping. This was
Yeah.
like in the afternoon, but
Yeah.
IHOP
Okay.
was in the morning, and I treated
Gotcha.
Bradford to breakfast.
Yeah, it was very nice. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're not welcome.
I know.
Didn't buy me breakfast. Jeez.
So I'm sitting at IHOP with Xavier Woods and a couple other guys from E3, and he's talking about how like people don't appreciate wrestling because they say it's fake, and they won't watch it because it's fake. And he's like, no, there's a difference. It's choreographed. Yes, it's not. It's acted, but like I could really go out there and break my neck. And so he was talking about how he's on like a Sirius XM show, and they're like, one of the guys on the show is like, yeah, I can't watch this because it's fake and it's not real. And he looked at the guy and was like, you do realize like when you watch Breaking Bad, that wasn't real either. Like they really weren't cooking meth, right? And the guy's like, yeah, but that's different. It's like, how is that any different than what I'm doing? Except what I'm doing could actually kill me, and what they're doing is making fake meth. How
What
is
they're doing
that?
is playing with like basically frozen carbon dioxide.
Yeah, he's never been invited on that show again. So, just for some reason, talking about them not actually making meth reminded me of that. So
I'm just gonna point out Bradford this entire time has been downloading Rise in the background.
pretty much,
I don't know why, but he is.
so I haven't played it with my new card yet.
Oh.
So I'm gonna play it with my new card.
So I think
You should just play it on Xbox One.
I could do that.
Jesus Christ. Like that game does not it just does not deserve to be on Xbox. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Neither does Witcher after what I saw this morning. Just appalling. Just How do people put up, like, how do I reach these keys?
That was a thing that we explained to Virginia earlier. Which Shank didn't even realize that's based off a movie.
No.
So, okay, Brian, do you know what that's from? Okay, obviously no, you don't watch South Park.
No.
Stand and Deliver, the movie from the 80s about, like, the Mexican teacher who, like, reaches the kids.
Reaches the keys.
Have you seen that? It's got the guy from Battlestar Galactica.
No.
Jaime Escalante, story of him in L.A. He's like, okay, so it's the story of this teacher in, like, South Central L.A. who is tasked with bringing up the test scores of some of the worst kids in, like, the country.
No, not kids.
Kids, excuse me. And so when Shank said this line, Virginia's like, that's from a movie, right? And it was just utter eye-opening. Like, it's basically like a come-to-Jesus moment for Shank. Like, his eyes were open. He's like, I can't believe this is a movie. And so, like, he spent, like, the next half hour trying to find that specific quote in the movie. So, how do I reach these keys? And it's not in the movie anywhere.
No, I don't understand how, because, like, that, I thought that was, like, so genius of South Park.
It still is. I mean, they basically, so the movie is about him getting these guys to pass this test. Well, the South Park premise is basically these people cheating to pass the test. Cartman's teaching them how to cheat to pass. And one of the quotes that Shank obviously thought was, like, really clever was Cartman teaching them how to, like, do math basically by using, like, pimps and hoes as the example of what you add and subtract. That's actually from the movie. He uses that example in the movie,
which blew my
mind, to teach them mathematics.
Wow. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
So along with Battasu Hausu, I've been saying, how do I reach these keys?
Yeah. So when I do the what we're working on, how to reach us.
We should rename this section to what
how
we're working on.
Reach these keys.
Yeah. What we're working on, how to reach these keys. I think we successfully just had a show about literally anything except for video games.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Brian didn't talk too much, which I feel bad about.
Brian, what do you want to talk about?
You got 10 minutes.
Real talk here. All right.
He's also slightly drunk, by the way. So.
I don't even care.
Which is perfect.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't be. Says who?
Shut up, Brian.
Well, I mean, I guess there was... I mean, it's not huge, but there was a little bit of news that came out today. We can check. Let me just look at this here. Hang on. Let me see where I saw it.
Disappointed to find out that the Fallout 4 map is the same size as Skyrim.
Yes.
All right. Oh, here we go. So, I mean, this is actually pretty big. I don't know if you guys heard about this. Quantum Break was delayed.
Like, I was expecting an actual news piece.
I was too. I was legitimately expecting, like, Brian to, like, pull us back down to earth, inject some logic and common sense. I'm glad he ended up with Quantum Break, which, thanks to my guile and cleverness, which you have to admit was clever.
Now Carissa from LA knows that Quantum Break was delayed. You have reached that key.
I reached these keys.
This is gonna get worse because we haven't even drank yet.
Nope. What else? What happened in the news? Oh, WB knew that.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big thing.
I think we should talk about that.
Yeah, we should.
Because I called you yesterday about this.
Yeah, we ranted for about 20 minutes yesterday.
Yep.
So, okay, so Kotaku has a source, quote-unquote source, which
Sources,
obviously...
I think.
They just had one source instead.
Oh, I thought it was multiple.
Basically, that Arkham knew the state in which Batman...
No, Rocksteady.
WB knew the state in which Arkham released, was going to release on PC. And essentially the reason why it was still allowed to happen is because, well, first of all, WB just obviously doesn't care. But at the same time, they were so backed up on so many bugs that they just couldn't keep up with everything. So...
We're looking up the article, by the way.
Looking at my article. So yeah, I wrote about it on Inquisitor, the Herald of Andraste. Essentially, basically railing on the fact that Warner Brothers knew this, and it's essentially a slap in the face to every consumer, regardless of platform, because no game should ever release in this state, regardless of what platform you're on. It just more so has happened to the PC version right now. So what are you guys' thoughts on the fact that WB obviously knew that this was broken and still let the game get released, let people buy the game with real money, which you can still buy at Fry's Electronics, by the way. I could have bought the game today on PC. They're not supposed to be selling it, but it's still on the shelves there. And then trying to act contrite and basically not knowing, quote unquote, they didn't know the state that it was going to release in and pull the game from the shelves.
Well, I think it's funny because, I mean, this game from the start has been weird. Like, they announced this game saying it's coming out. I can't remember the original release date. But then, like, a week later, they delayed it to its current release date.
Well, no, it was delayed again. It was supposed to release the beginning of June. It was delayed to the end of June.
Okay, so I mean, from the start, this game has had delays. The first one was really weird because it came really soon. I don't know what's going on at Rocksteady or WB, but this is really gross. And I mean, I'm just glad that Witcher came out fine because I mean, same publisher, and so
yeah.
It's shocking that these two games could come from the same publisher. Obviously, they're different developers, and this just says that WB, like you said, just doesn't care because they put out a great game in The Witcher and they let this one go out broken. So it's really sad.
The thing is, like, because I think PC Gamer also spoke about this, but like basically Warner Brothers thought they released it because they thought it was okay to re-release, which, like, they were talking about, Bradford's looking at the source Kotaku article, but they said that they were doing testing at 720p resolution, which, let's be perfectly clear, if you're a PC gamer, you don't play at 720p.
Not even if you have a 720p monitor.
You don't play in 720p. Not only that, but they're claiming that.
Oh, okay, multiple sources. You're right.
Yes. You're welcome. My genius prevailing once again. And the other thing was that they did not QA on different machines because if you're on a PC, you have different configurations. They didn't do that. And there were bugs that QA had reported that basically went unchecked and unchanged for like months. So there were bugs that were reported and nothing was done about them for months. And in the release version of the PC version, those were still there because they hadn't been touched, addressed, nothing. So it's just, I mean, if this is true, first of all, you have QA people coming out and saying, look, we told you guys about these bugs. We told you guys that it's not, I mean, it's in a bad state. You made us test in 720p, which is not a resolution PC gamers play in. And you released it anyway. If anything, this is even more damning because all this says is like, this is literally them. In my mind, this to me is them actively working against the PC platform. If you know something is wrong and you do nothing about it, like neglecting that to me is that it is you are actively working against a platform and a huge consumer base. Which, as I pointed out to you, Bradford, PC gamers, the demographic, are largely older than console gamers.
Oh yeah, sure.
And that also means that PC gamers have more spending power.
Yeah.
So knowing about this and neglecting the people that have the higher spending power, I don't even like. That's beyond an insult. I don't even know. Like, how do you even? You can't justify that at all. And Bradford highlighted something here.
Yeah. So obviously Patrick Klepek from Kotaku never played Dying Light with an AMD card because while the PC version of Dying Light was hardly glitch-free, nothing is. It ran well on people's hardware. No, it didn't.
Which it didn't.
I mean, you can come play it on my old GPU if he wants.
Which made, because I was playing it at like max 1080p 60, and I was on the phone with you, and you were getting like 16 frames per second, like hanging on a ledge.
The lowest settings possible. Yeah.
Wow.
So, Brian, what do you? I mean, what are your thoughts? I guess.
Well, I kind of already gave my thoughts.
Oh, that's right.
I don't have any others because I literally had kind of stopped paying attention for a second there. Yeah.
All right then. Drunk Brian strikes again.
I think
not even drunk, just tired.
I think on this entirely non-committal note, we should close out the show.
So how do you reach these kids? You can follow us on Twitter at GTI Podcast. Brian's at Silent Fury 007. Shank is at Shank the Tank, and I'm at LOTR Lore. What are we all working on? Shank, I know you're probably gearing up to do another Shank's Rants at the beginning of the week.
Yes, I am. I actually started writing an outline because I knew I would not have time this weekend.
Wait, why don't you tell us about your most recent one? Because I don't think we've talked about that one yet, have we?
Oh, no, yeah. So
That'll actually be on the website tonight.
Yes, it should. I don't know how to do it.
I know
So
you
you're
don't
going to
know how
have
to
to
do it. I'm not doing it.
for
You're
me.
gonna do it yourself.
I don't know how to do it.
You can just figure it out.
It's going to...
Go read the
last
forms.
Last time you said figure it out, I broke the podcast
Go read the
feed.
forms.
I can't. So my last rant was about art style and graphics, and I thought it was one of the better things I've actually written. I basically talk about what I perceive the difference to be between art style and graphics, what I prefer and why, and kind of make a case for both, but really come out at the end towards one of them. It's good. You should watch it. It's about 5 minutes long. The next one I'm working on is, and the title is The Cinematic Issue. So you can probably guess what that's going to be about. That's going to be a good one, I think, because this is another topic that I wanted to talk about for a while. So
It's going to be about Quantum Break, right?
it is. I don't know if I mentioned Quantum Break. I actually don't know if I cannot remember if I put Quantum Break in the notes or not. But that'd be hilarious if it was. But anyway, that is Shank Rants. It's new episodes every Monday at noon Eastern time. So that'll be a good time, hopefully.
So, Brian, what are you working on?
Nothing.
Okay, then.
I got plenty of time to do nothing now, though, so
That's always a
You
good
can
thing.
play Witcher now,
I can play a lot more Witcher now, yeah.
and you can catch up to my playtime counter.
Probably not, because you're going to keep playing too, so...
No, dude, I'm not home, man.
Well, that's true. That's true. I have 3 or 4 days here to catch you. Yeah, I could do that.
There you go. Bradford is doing nothing because nobody cares about him. Are you doing anything?
I'm going to play Metal Gear Solid in a few...
I'm just going to point out, this entire time, Bradford has stolen 2 games from me.
Yeah.
I told you Metal Gear was tiny, man.
Yeah, it's 2.9 gig.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a very, very good port.
I'm going to play it tonight.
So anyway, Bradford stole games from me.
As is the PC Gamer way.
It is. No, dude, because
That's what we do.
Remember, we're all pirates.
Yeah, as is the
So
PC Gamer way.
exactly. So you can visit the website gamingtheindustry.com for editorials. Maybe, I don't know if Bradford actually does that for me. Live stream video on demands, let's plays. I don't even know about that. RSS feed of our show, which I found out that I actually did break.
You did break.
This is
yes.
what happens when you don't supervise me.
This is what happens when I trust a grown person with an actual piece of... Just
I
never mind.
told
Just
you.
move on.
I
Let's just move on.
told
It's
you
fixed. It's fixed.
not to let me do
You're
that.
just not going to post shows again in the future.
It worked for me. The show worked for me and literally nobody else. I'm just going to point out.
That's actually bizarre because that's true.
And you can watch our shows every Thursday night live on our website, which the show schedule may change.
We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah, but if it does, we will let you know. Or not. That's a Tawdry Balls way.
You just figured out.
Yeah, just leave you guys to the wind. We're on iTunes and Stitcher Radio now that Bradford fixed me panicking. Mm-hmm. Search for Gaming the Industry. We should show up.
This particular Game in the Industry, I don't know how we're going to get it on your
idea.
YouTube channel. So it'll be on my YouTube this week. So youtube.com.
That's tawdry.
It is very tawdry.
It's the way it needs to be.
But the audio will be fine.
Yeah,
The
audio will be on the feed, no problem.
Um,
Assuming it's still recording.
It should be. It would have popped up saying, yeah, it's still recording.
Awesome.
So anyway, shows will be up on my YouTube channel. In general, shows will be up on my YouTube channel under the Gaming the Industry playlist. This is youtube.com/ShankTHTank. But this week...
this week will be on mine, but I'll make sure to post the video with the audio version on the website.
And what is your YouTube?
I just said it, youtube.com/LOTRLore.
No, that was a question for me because I wasn't paying attention.
I know you weren't.
Okay, cool. All right, whatever. Let's just peace.
Peace.
Silence from Brian. Okay.
Later, guys.
I don't...
Or is that it?
How do I reach these keys? Okay.